Hey people, I am here today to talk to you a little bit about how you can schedule your life out while you're doing online learning. I know that many of you don't have the same schedule that you can work on now that you're learning from home instead of from school. So I want to give you a sneak peek into how I would do it. You don't have to do it exactly like this. This is just a suggestion. I'm hoping just to give you some ways to manage your time so that if you're finding your workload to be frustrating or like you're not really sure how to get all this done during the day, maybe this will give you some help. What you'll see at the top is I made a list of all the assignments I have to do for this week, and I gave myself estimated amounts of time. Oops, some of these look a little funky. If you haven't done this step yet, it's going to be really hard to legitimately schedule for yourself. So what I would suggest that you do is at this time, pause the video and go back to wherever all your assignments are and make your list. So make a list and then write down the amount of time everything should take. For English, I estimated it here. I know that Miss Pack gives you time estimations, so look at what she gave you. For physics, look at what Mr. Friedrich has given you, and then come back to this video once you've made that. So I'm serious, don't move on until you've done this. So hit pause now, and I'll see you back here in a second. Okay, now that you have your own list, we can start to schedule this out. So what I like to do is color code. That may not float your boat, but for me, I don't know, it just helps. So I'm going to give each class a color. Doesn't really matter. Maybe you have a color you like. Maybe you're doing this on paper. You could write in different colors of pen. Maybe you're doing this on paper and you don't have different colors of pen, but you can do something like put a circle around math assignments or something like that. Okay, and here we go. I know most of you also have your elective as well, so I know I've skipped something, but you should be able to pop that in. Okay, so as I'm looking at my assignments, I want to prioritize what should be done first. I'm assuming your leadership ISP is probably the most important thing to do first. So I am going to copy this, and I'm going to do that first. I'm going to color code it. Okay, so I have it color coded so that I can quickly go back and see what class is that for. You may notice I did this in 30-minute increments. I like working in 30 minutes just because sometimes you have to get up, sometimes maybe you have to walk your dog, maybe you need to help somebody, and most of these assignments fit nicely into 30 minutes. If you want to do differently, totally fine with me. This is just how I did it, but I think you should pick increments that you know you can work with. So if you know you can sit down for a couple hours at a time, maybe that's how you map it out. If you know that like every 15 minutes you're getting interrupted, then make them increments of 15 minutes. So like 9 to 9:15, 9:15, 9:30. That way you have a real plan for yourself. Okay, so we've done our ISP. I'm going to cross that out to let myself know, okay, that's taken care of. Okay, next, I'm going to pick something easy for myself. Human Geo. I'm going to post my city picture. Oops. That looks a little funky. I'm going to get rid of that. When I look at this time frame, I gave myself 30 minutes, but the ISP is only going to take me 15. So I'm going to pop in another nice, easy little assignment. If all I have to do is post something, that's probably going to take me like 5 minutes. So that even gives me 10 additional minutes in this time slot. Maybe that's 10 minutes now. If someone interrupts me, that's okay. I won't be off track. Okay, so I'm done with those two assignments. Let's cross this out. Strike through. All right, what am I going to do next? This is where you make a decision for yourself. If you know you're going to have a lot of questions for math, maybe you do your math early, because then if you have to wait on an answer, you're not doing it on Friday and the assessment's due, now you're stuck. maybe it's physics. Maybe physics is the best thing for you to do early on. This is totally up to you. So you don't need to schedule your day exactly how I'm doing it. I just want to show you how you might handle this. So let's go with math. So from 9:30 to 10, I'm going to do my 9.1 30 minutes of instruction. So this is 9.1 in Edgenuity, 30 minutes of instruction. Ms. Pack said, if you're using more than 30 minutes, then something's going wrong. So I'm giving myself 30 minutes. I'm going to stick to it. And then if I notice this is taking me longer than 30 minutes, that's why I have this question time scheduled. That way you can go and talk to her if you need it. Okay, so then next, 30 minutes of instruction, and then Ms. Pack says there's an assignment that you're supposed to do. Question time. Sorry guys, I forgot something. Exit ticket. Let's say this will take us 15 minutes. Am I crazy for thinking that's 15 minutes? I don't know. You guys are the only ones who can tell me. Okay, so you've done your 30 minutes of instruction. Then for the next part of my day, I'm going to do the assignment that Ms. Pack gave me, and I'm going to put question time in that same 30-minute time. So as I'm doing my practice, I have those additional 15 minutes. If I have to stop, go ask a question, stop, ask for some feedback, then I have that time there. So for 15 minutes, I'm doing the practice. For 15 minutes, I'm doing the questions. The good news is if you finish it early, you can move on to the next thing quicker, or you have a little break time for yourself. Get a drink of water, walk around in a circle to get your heart going. Okay, once I'm done with those 3 things, let's cross those out so we don't forget. Text, strike through. Now I've made it to 10:30 to 10:45. I've got this little 15-minute window here. This is perfect time for my exit ticket. Pop it in there. Now you may be like, oh no, I wouldn't be ready to do that. Okay, cool. Some of you won't be ready. So maybe you need to put that towards the end of your day. Maybe you need to put the 9.1 exit ticket at the end of the day so that you have time to get feedback from Ms. Pack and do a little extra practice before you take it. So I'll leave that at 12:30 to 12:45. And I'll cross this off of my list. So as you can see, if you schedule yourself out right, by the end of the day on Monday, you could be done with your leadership work and half your math work and still have some time for other stuff. So that's the good news, is keeping the schedule is probably going to make you more efficient with your work. All right, so let's say you finish your math work and you need to do something that's a little bit easier. Maybe this was really tough, you did a lot of thinking, and now you need a break. Cool. Something that might be good to do is one of your English journal entries. So let's put a journal entry here. 7-minute journal entry. Remember, your English journal entries are 7 minutes each, so look at that. You get a little brain break. Then when you're done with that, if I look back up here, I can read one of my articles in 10 minutes. So in that 15 minute time period, I can probably do those 2 things. If you're worried about not getting that done, what could you do instead? Could you do another journal entry? Maybe you could take a break here, whatever you need to do. So I'm going to put that I'm going to read 1 English article because some of them are shorter. So this in total may take you like 12 minutes, may take you like 17 minutes. Okay, so I'm done with 1 article. Okay, to make this easier for myself, I'm going to go plug in the other 3 journal entries. Let's say I do these every day at the same time period. Done. Now I'm done with that one. Cool. All right, so now I'm up to 10:45. Now from 10:45 to 11, what am I going to do? This is a 15-minute time period right before my lunch break. I've scheduled myself from 11 to 12 as my lunch because, see, there's no time slot there. So let's see, what can I do in 15 minutes? Looks like I could do this one. I can complete the reflection in the director's journal. Cool. So now I'm done with this assignment. Format. Cool. So then I take my lunch break and then I'm back. So from 12 to 12:30, what am I going to do next? All right, so if you think about it, you've just had an hour-long break. So maybe you pick something that's a little more difficult, so that, because you kind of have that brain power. Maybe that's a good time for you to take your exit ticket for math. Maybe you want to pop that over. Cool. And then I'm going to finish my day. What have I not really done yet? I haven't done physics, but I probably don't want to start a lesson right towards the end of my day. So let's see. I could probably go on to my history team and I can respond to one of my peers' questions. All right, so let's cross that out. Right through. Okay. So what you can probably see right now is you have this left, you have this left, and you only have like 1, 2, 3, 4 other assignments left. If you're looking at your schedule and you only have 4 more things to do, let's take a look at this schedule. All we've done so far is Monday and part of Wednesdays. And we've stopped our day at 12:45. So if you worked and you made a schedule and you stuck to it from 9 to 12:45, in like 2 days you'll be done with every single part of the work that you need to do. I'm going to finish this schedule up and I'll post it so that you can see a completed example. I know you have other classes, so I know you would have to plug in, maybe you have art, you have dance, you have Spanish, whatever. But I just wanted to give you an idea of how much of a difference it can make if you make this type of schedule and stick to it, that you could be done with your work very quickly and hopefully it won't feel so overwhelming. This will also leave you, if you realize you have entire days open, you could spread your assignments out more. You could spend more time practicing your math assignments. You could complete work that you didn't finish earlier. So I hope that this was a helpful tool for you. If you have specific questions and you want specific feedback about how to do your own, I'm more than happy to help you out with your own schedule. Like always, I don't know unless you say something. So please let me know if I can help at all, and good luck, and have a great rest of your day.